Hey, what's up YouTube, and welcome back to my channel, Ask Jimmy Smith. Today I'm diving deep into 11 core strategies that have been instrumental in taking my Amazon business to that elusive 7-figure mark within just a few years. And whether you're just wetting your feet or looking to grow and scale your operations with this Amazon business, this video is going to have something for you. Now, also, before we dive in, I do want to remind you of my contest where you could win a copy of my Amazon best-selling book, Side Hustle to Full-Time Income. And you also get access to the free course and audiobook that come with it. So to participate, just simply leave a comment down below and ensure that you've hit the notification bell so that you don't miss out when I announce the lucky winner in the next video. One of your comments could be maybe one of the tips that I might have missed if there's more than these 11, which I'm sure there are probably hundreds of different tips I could go through. But let's start with these 11. Leave your comments down below and let me know your thoughts. Number 1, cultivate the right mindset. The world of e-commerce can be tantalizing, right? It can make it seem like a quick route to riches. So many different YouTubers like myself at sometimes can probably make it seem like it's an extremely easy way to make money fast. However, it is a simple business model that requires hard work. And the truth is that it is a marathon. It is not a sprint. So brace yourself for a learning curve, understanding that your progress might sometimes seem extremely slow. But at each step, however tiny, remember that it's progress and stay persistent, be patient, and let your desire for wherever you want this business to go fuel your actions, because it can take a little while for things to really start picking up. It can take a while for that light bulb to click and you to really understand how to source products, how to scale this business, how to send things in. This is a simple business model, but it does require hard work. Number 2, skip barcode scanning. Initially, like so many other sellers, I was engrossed in scanning barcodes. This is the way that I initially learned about it. This is how YouTube sellers still teach this, and there are a lot of big sellers that still teach scanning barcodes. However, the difficulty with this is that it isn't very scalable. You have to constantly be out there scanning barcodes left and right, and you're scanning the same things that other sellers are also scanning. So instead, I've discovered that the efficiency comes in the reverse sourcing method, or the replens method that I teach so heavily on this channel and in my book, etc. So what this means is delving into Amazon with product names, with descriptions and specific keywords rather than just UPCs. So for example, with this, instead of me searching for this Altoids can based off its UPC of 02200159335, which nobody types into the Amazon search bar, I would be looking for products that would be Altoids Peppermint, or maybe I would be looking for Altoids Wintergreen, or I could look for an Altoids variety pack or a bundle, something that I can sell on that I can also search based off of the actual brand name and description of this product versus just the UPC, which will pull back one listing only. So the result in doing this is a bunch of opportunities that many other sellers might miss by only barcode scanning. So if you use the reverse sourcing or replens method with many of the other recent developments that I've talked about on my channel in sourcing, like the proven bot sourcing method, the KEEPA data product finder methods, and the OA simplified methods that are covered in the proven Amazon course and in different videos on YouTube, etc., you can really skyrocket your results. If you can take the reverse sourcing method, combine it with some of these other things that really scale the sourcing process, then you're going to see a very good amount of opportunities come from that. It doesn't mean that it's going to happen right away. It can still take time for you to go through those products, but ultimately it can help you to be finding things that other sellers can't because they're just scanning barcodes. Now, if you're interested in a course that has multiple sourcing strategies, like I just mentioned, I do recommend the Proven Amazon course. The link is below and in the description, and you can find that at bit.ly/pack course. That's PACCOURSE. Now, Tip number 3 is to master KEEPA charts. Without KEEPA, I would have been sailing through this Amazon business without a compass, so to speak, right? This tool can drastically cut down guesswork with 3 simple things to look at within the KEEPA charts. And by the way, this is the one tool that if I had to do everything over and I had to start with one thing only, I would pay for KEEPA subscription. Now, the 3 things that you want to look at are: 1, look at the green sales rank line on those charts. Does it show consistent sales? Are you seeing that the line is going up and down, indicating that this product has sold multiple times consistently? Number 2, observe the pink buy box price in these charts. Is that buy box price fluctuating wildly, or is it stable? We want to find stable products, things that we can rely on to not have a massive dip or even a massive increase in price, because that instability can lead to you not knowing whether or not you can replenish this product in the future. So we want stable products. Number 3 is to look at the number of new sellers and what that trend is. Is the market saturated, or is it a good opportunity? There are a bunch of new sellers coming on, which will eventually lead to price tanking, etc. Or is it something where sellers are slowly falling off because they're selling out of products and you can send in your product at a good time? Ultimately, those are the 3 main things to look at with KEEPA charts. I've done tons of videos on this channel for going deeper into KEEPA, using the KEEPA data product finder, etc. Now, if you would like a free training that I have on KEEPA, check out my free 17-page guide at askjimmysmith.com/KEEPA guide. This is the guide I use to train my employees. This is the guide I've used to train thousands of other people on how to read and set up your KEEPA charts. Number 4, know your numbers. At the heart of this business lies mathematics. And I know for a lot of people that's a scary thing to hear, but you do want to get yourself intimately acquainted with return on investment concepts and profit margins. When I began, I targeted a minimum return on investment, or ROI, of 50%. And certain tools like Amazon's seller app and RevSeller can show you all of the fees and give a clear picture of the expected profits for each individual product. And whenever I say that I targeted an ROI, or return on investment, of 50%, I mean, if I were to spend $10, then after all fees, I get back $5 of profit. So that is what I mean by 50%. Now, everyone is going to have different parameters to follow, but the typical advice for many sellers is actually to look for 40% return on investment and $5 profit after all the expenses for any product that you're looking for to send in. However, if you find that something costs you $1 and you can make $2 of profit, and it should be fairly easy to prep and ship and send to Amazon, that's a 200% ROI. You are more than doubling your money at that point. So for some of you, that may be worth buying in your business. That is something that I would buy if the KEEPA charts looked good. And so the key is experimenting and getting comfortable with what you want your numbers to be. There are also many videos out there on this channel and other channels for how to really look at return on investment and understanding and knowing your numbers. So if math isn't your strong suit, there's a ton of free resources that can help. Now, number 5 is to be consistent. Success in this business, or really any business, isn't about a bunch of sporadic bursts of energy and motivation. You need to pace yourself. And through my experience, I've seen that regular, moderate-sized shipments, for example, prove much more effective than the large, erratic ones. So it can be much better to do 3 200-unit shipments in 1 week than to do 1 600-unit shipment in that week or in 2 weeks. Amazon loves consistency. And if you can get consistent in things like sourcing, things like shipping, and things like managing your account, etc., that consistency is what is key for you to maintain the right habits and get your business into the right trajectory as well. And number 6 is to embrace failure. And this is a difficult one for many. This is a difficult one for me as well. I've failed multiple times and had stumbling blocks multiple times in my businesses. So if you aren't stumbling every now and then, you probably aren't moving fast enough or moving at all enough in your business. And so each setback, if viewed properly, is a stepping stone. If a product is not flying off the shelves as you anticipated, it's not a dead end. It doesn't doesn't mean that you don't get this business and you just have to give up. It's a detour. Adjust, recalibrate, and push on. Ultimately, learn from your mistakes, and then it's not a failure. If you are learning from difficulties, then that means you aren't failing. Now, if you allow these setbacks to get into your mind about you being a failure and you give up, that is the time when it becomes a failure. It's a learning opportunity at the end of the day so that you don't make the same mistake twice. So as difficulties come, look at them from an outside perspective and see that it's something that you can avoid in the future and that you can grow from and move forward in your business properly. Number 7, avoid shiny object syndrome. This is one I've always struggled with, honestly. And in our digital age, there's distractions everywhere. So one minute it could be drop shipping using Facebook ads. The next it could be cryptocurrencies. And there's so many other things. Maybe you get distracted with real estate. You get distracted with stocks. You get distracted even on Amazon with private label and wholesale. And you are looking at those opportunities instead of focusing on arbitrage. And while all of these different things are valid and there's success stories in almost all of these things, scattering your focus is really going to limit your growth. And so I recommend diving deep into your Amazon arbitrage business if you're a new seller until you master it before considering any other streams of income, whether within Amazon or outside of Amazon. And I think the difficulty for me as an Amazon seller is I see wholesale, private label, bundles, merch, KDP, all these things as, oh, this is part of my Amazon business. However, they are all distractions within my Amazon arbitrage business. So the goal is to get your business operating profitably with a team of people before looking at these other things. It's always a problem to distract yourself with new opportunities, whether on or off Amazon, especially when the old ones need to be outsourced properly first. Once you get them outsourced and you've scaled your business, then you can look at some of these other opportunities because you then have the time to put forth to learn about these other things. But you need to be focused on the one thing that is working in your business so then you can grow and scale from there. Number 8, begin with the end in mind. If you've ever considered the beauty of a product that sells repeatedly, it is a gift that keeps on giving in your Amazon business. So prioritize finding replenishables. And furthermore, as your business expands, think scalability, think systems, think processes, and possible ways to outsource your business to software, to virtual assistants, to employees or independent contractors, and even service providers like a prep and ship company or a bookkeeper, accountant, tax person, etc. Now, scaling this business is actually one of my favorite topics, which is why I teach it so heavily in the Business Building Legends community for advanced sellers, which you can actually find at askjimmysmith.com/legends. But scaling properly is so important to get your time back and invest it into other more important activities or new avenues for growth in your business. Number 9, surround yourself with a community. Having a solid support system is so important in this business. And even though e-commerce businesses all seemingly happen behind a screen, like these YouTube videos, the importance of having other people to help support you is key. The fastest growth I've ever seen in other people is when they get surrounded by a good community that is caring and helpful with providing advice and sharing things between each other. And so I recommend finding free communities to participate in. And my favorite one is actually the My Silent Team Facebook group. It has over 70,000 members at the time of this recording. It's consistently growing. I've been in it since December of 2015. I really love it and now can help moderate that group as well. You can join for free at bit.ly/MST group. The link's below and in the description as well. Number 10, continuous learning. Now, the only constant in e-commerce that I've really ever seen is change, and especially if you're an Amazon seller, they change things all the time. But to remain relevant and competitive in e-commerce, I've found value in perpetual learning, continuing to learn just in time when you need to learn something specific. So this includes subscribing to industry newsletters or active participation in Amazon seller communities and podcasts and listening listening to different resources, and even attending seminars in person, even though this is something that you can do from home. Just be careful not to get distracted with everything coming your way from all the different people out there, like YouTubers, podcasters, writers, etc. There are so many different great opportunities out there for e-commerce businesses, but it can be detrimental if you get distracted. So only allow learning to serve you when you need it, not just because you want it. The best learning, in my opinion, is called just-in-time learning. When you need to learn something specific, go out and find that thing that you need to learn. The worst kind of learning, in my opinion, is just-in-case learning. And this is where you are learning something new because you want to know it just in case you ever need it. That is a waste of time when you could be focused on other things that are more pertinent to you and your business right now. It is a hard thing to discern sometimes, and I struggle with it, of what is just in case I need to know this versus what is just in time that I can apply this in my business. But if you can get good at discerning those things, it will be a much better road for you when you hear about new opportunities and things that you can add into your business. Now, number 11 is to build relationships with your suppliers. So beyond transactions, there is a world of relationships, which seems to be a theme in this video. So connect deeply with your suppliers. These relationships often can translate to inside scoops on deals, new products that are coming out, and even sometimes preferential rates reserved for their loyal clients, for the people that they know and they see regularly. So make sure to speak to your retail arbitrage store managers, connect with your wholesale account reps, and build relationships that are mutually beneficial. Business has always been built on relationships, and that is not something that has changed in an Amazon arbitrage, wholesale, private label business, right? This is something that you need to continue to focus on over time. You can have these discussions with your suppliers so that you can create mutually beneficial relationships between the two of you, as well as for your customers moving forward. I hope that you found these 11 tips to be helpful in your business. As always, the contest is still running, where you have a chance to win a free copy of my book, Side Hustle to Full-Time Income. So make sure to drop a comment down below, subscribe to the channel, and tune in to our next video, where we'll announce the winner in the middle of that video. I hope that this video has helped you and blessed you, and I hope that you have a great rest of your day and a blessed rest of your week.